A little bit different setting today at the break, but Alex Endicott has been nice enough to come up to the press box here at Griffin to talk a little bit before the games today against Missouri State University West Plains. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're glad to have a chance to talk to you because I see you around in the Ketchum all the time. Obviously, you had a great year last year. What's the difference between being a freshman softball player and being a sophomore now?
I think freshman year I was a little more nervous, hadn't really settled in, new environment. I've obviously played on this field before. I played here in high school.
Because you're from Gallatin,
yep,
right?
Yep, so I've played on this field a lot, but just compared this year to last year, I've just settled down more and gotten into a better groove, I'd say, this year.
You're also playing center field this year as opposed to left last year. Any major differences there?
Not really. I mean, I've played left basically my whole life. I love it over there, but just being in center, I see the ball better. I read it better. I obviously love center, love left. I mean, the outfield's my home.
Right.
That's where I've always played. Yep.
Yeah. Well, tell me about playing left field especially. The ball always curves toward the foul line, right?
Yep.
But in center, you're going to have to make up your mind. Is it curving toward right or toward left? Rarely does one come right at you, I would imagine.
Yep. Just reading it, I just feel I can also see the catcher, so usually I know where the pitch is gonna go, so I can usually determine where I need to stand. Yep.
What about the type of pitch? Does that determine which way you're leaning?
Yeah, usually sometimes change up. If it's outside, I still sometimes stay on that left side just in case, but it just really depends on outside, inside, but yep.
Alex Endicott is our guest here. It seems to me last year that your defense was maybe a little ahead of your offense. You were making some spectacular plays at left, and then maybe came on a little bit more toward the end of the season. Am I reading that right?
Yep. Definitely did better defensively starting out last year compared to offense, but still I just settled in more this year, and both I think have come on strong. Was there any moment, the aha moments last year that you said, gosh, this is what I can do as a hitter? Yeah, definitely hitting some home runs. All my home runs were region play, and in high school I think I might have had 4 out of 4 years, and then coming here last year I had 4 in total in season.
So you bulked up, right?
Oh, definitely.
No, do you have what's the reason for that? Just being comfortable and seeing pitches better?
I think, yeah, and faster pitching compared to high school because I was Class 1 softball, so we did have fast pitchers, but I think in college they've gotten a lot more faster.
In college, as opposed to high school, you have all of your athletic year is used up by softball. So is that a different for you? Did you play other sports at Gallatin?
Yes, I was a 3-sport athlete all throughout high school, so I think, also just playing softball all year round really helps being able to see and hit the ball better. Because
you were that good athlete in high school, how did you make the decision that softball was your game?
Well, I mean, I played basketball for 3 years, didn't really like it, and then I wrestled my senior year.
Really?
Yeah, switch it up, and 1 year I wasn't going to go anywhere with that, and then track. Who wants to run track? I mean, I really wasn't.
It's like softball season in college. Yeah. It's cold and windy.
Yeah, I mean, that's like track season, and I'm used to it, but I just love the game. I've always loved the game. It's definitely my favorite sport by far.
Tell me, I know female wrestling is getting to be a big deal.
Oh,
but
yeah.
What is that like at the high school level?
Honestly, for me, it was so fun. I loved it. Yeah, practice was hard. But I love it. It was just amazing just to experience it once. Like, if I could go back, I would, but.
Right. Any thought ever enter your mind that maybe you do that in college? Because those opportunities are there now.
Yes, I did think about it. I'm going to Central Methodist next year, online school, and I did email the wrestling coach because I thought about it. Yep.
All right. So Central Methodist is where you're going to end up next year.
Yep.
Softball going to be out of the picture there?
Yep. I'm just doing online school.
Okay. But if you could wrestle, can you do that and be online, or is it? I don't know how that works.
Potentially, I'm not going to do it anymore. I did really think about it, but I just think I'm ready to start my life and start a career.
So this is your final year of competitive play.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Well, how do you feel about that?
It's bittersweet. I coach little. They're gonna be 14U this year, so I'll still obviously be involved. But I just look back at all of the good I've had and reminisce. But I'm just ready to be an adult, I
Sure.
guess.
Well, reminisce with us a second. What are a couple of your best memories here at North Central?
Probably the first ever time I actually dove in the outfield. That was pretty nice. I didn't ever dive in high school. Could have never guessed it that when I came here I would have started dive. But
Right.
yeah, that was definitely a
So
good one.
What went through your mind with that? Was that something you were planning on and it just happened?
I'm not really. Sometimes I just do things, and I just let my body take over, and that's just what happened. And I think it shocked me, my parents for sure.
Did it really?
Yeah,
Well,
yep.
Speaking of your parents, you mind talking about them for a second?
Oh, yep. My mom obviously works at the college.
Right.
She has for several years now, and my dad works in State Farm at Gallatin.
Okay. All right. Siblings?
Yep, I have an older sister. She went here for a few years, and then I have 2 younger brothers. One's a sophomore in high school, and one's in 7th grade.
Okay. I'm going to line your brothers up, and your sister too for that matter, and you're going to wrestle each one of them. Who wins those matches?
I win all 3.
I like
I
it.
win all 3. The youngest one, I still beat him up today.
Wait a second. You beat him up?
Oh, yeah, he'll try. He'll try to run his mouth, and I just
You're not
take him
having that.
down. No.
That's great. You talked about getting out into the adult world, and what are you going to do professionally?
Hopefully coach. Honestly, that's
Yeah.
what I really strive for. I'm getting my degree in sports management.
Okay.
So also thought about athletic director, something, but definitely I'm going to keep it in the sports realm.
What about teaching? Would you teach to get a coaching spot?
I've thought about it. My original degree plan was teaching, but I switched it. But just depends.
You're right.
I've thought about it, but I also would rather coach at the college level than high school. But I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Right. Okay, so you're in your final year. You know you're not going to play next year. How do you want this season to end? Either in terms of, a team records, or when it ends, what's going to make it successful for you?
Really just having fun, but on the field, just keeping my batting hot, my fielding good, just maybe looking at a region title or something. And honestly, just bonding with these girls and finishing off the season strong.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's
Yep.
good stuff. Alex Endicott at the break here. A little unusual. We're doing it from the press box today. Thank you so much for your time.
Yep.
Game 2 is coming up here in a few moments, so you don't need to click on anything different or shut anything down. We'll be back with Game 2 in a moment or two.